Heads studio.
Yeah. Hey, we are live, everyone, and I don't have the. Wow, this is professional. We're pros. Cigar prop is first. Nice. Kevin's already in there.
What's up, Kevin?
It is live masculinity with Caesar, Rob, and myself.
I thought you were going to do it. I was ready. I was pointing to him like he's got to say his name. Got to be on point, but.
Oh, guys, I screwed up, man. I should have. Caesar, show.
Ron, what's up? Caesar, show the mullet.
Oh, y'all want to see the mullet?
Look at that thing.
Look at that curly thing, man.
Adam Wolf, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Adam. Nice to see you. Ron's in here. Awesome, man. And here's all right, guys. We are doing it. We are bringing in Jon.
This is for me.
Guys, you ready?
No.
Oh yeah, we stay ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, here it is. Mr. Jon Huber himself.
There he is.
Yo, what's up, Jon?
You guys hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. What's up?
Oh my gosh. This day has been just a phenomenal day for me, and then it ends like this. Are you kidding me?
I'm glad you had a great day, man. That's a nice thing to hear. I love it. That's great.
Man.
Tell me about your day. What made it great?
Okay, so so my wife and I live very, very remotely, and because of the COVID thing and stuff, for us, this isolation thing hasn't been any change. We isolate anyways.
Good for you.
So in the last like 5 months, today was the third time we've left our property.
Oh my God.
So we went into town, we did some shopping, we bought a bunch of plants and shrubs and stuff for the garden, whatever.
Okay.
And we got to spend the day together, which was awesome. And then we came home and she came up with this idea a couple days ago of planting we've got this area out front that would be perfect for blueberry bushes. And my wife and I eat blueberries like crazy. And she said, hey, let's go get some blueberry bushes. And I was like, I'm down, man. So
nice.
So it's just been an awesome day. I got the day off from work. My company sent out an email earlier this week saying, hey, everyone just take Friday off, which is a big deal because I work for Cisco Systems, a huge company.
Right.
So, and they just said, take the day off. And we were like, awesome.
Nice, man. That's a good day. Ironically, it was actually my one day where I had to go to work. So it was I had a reverse kind of a day, but yeah, I went since the shutdown, the whole lockdown with the quarantine.
Yeah,
I don't smoke cigars at the house, and
right.
A, I don't have time. B, I just don't want to do it at the house. So like I've been going in like once a week on a Friday to go through like sample blends and get work done and smoke cigars there. So I'm smoking like once a week now. So I went in today, and then I did a virtual event for a couple of hours with a store in Ohio.
Yeah, with Miguel.
Yeah, it went really well, and drove home. I had a bowl of cereal, and now I'm having a cup of coffee, and here I am.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, man. It's good to see you guys, man. I've been fans of all three of y'all's, and it's nice to actually be able to talk to you instead of just an email or a direct message. So
yeah, seriously.
Appreciate the opportunity.
See, y'all two connected. Like I've never connected with you. Never.
Right.
It's always just been, through him telling me everything, and it is.
Somehow you all got the gear. Everybody's got the right hat on tonight, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
I was just telling these guys, Jon, when this hat went on sale, what was it, like 6 months ago or something? You had it on the store.
Remember. Yeah.
And I really wanted this hat. And as soon as you said that they were on the storefront, I went to the site to get one.
Yeah.
And they were gone. And I was like, gosh darn it, man. I wanted that hat. I've tried to do that like 3 times and they sell out so quick.
They move quick. Yeah.
And then it was like 2 months later, you sent me a package and this was in it. And I just about dropped, man. It was awesome.
Oh, good. I'm glad it worked out, man. You guys have the cool backdrops. You got like the pine wood. You guys got the flag back here. And I'm going to give you a little bit of in-depth into my reality here. So
Yeah.
this is the tour of the home office. I'm actually subleasing it for my
Dude, that's
daughter.
awesome,
It's her
man.
playroom. So if you see, everybody's wondering, like, what's that pink thing behind him? It's a Barbie playhouse. So
I was going to ask if you were in the same room. I saw your live stream with Miguel a couple weeks ago.
yeah,
and you were in there as well.
this is where I've been doing it for. This is the end of the 9th week now in quarantine. So yeah,
Holy
it's
cow! Yeah.
crazy, man. It's been crazy. Yeah.
So I am smoking right now the Las Calaveras 2016, which it's not going to come in.
Broadleaf. Right.
Nice.
Nice.
And I've only got one left. So, but I wanted to do something special tonight. And this is about the oldest Crowned Heads cigar I have in my Yumi right now. So
Is that the one I sent you?
it's either the one you sent me or the one that Adam sent me. Both of you sent me one.
That's one more than I have. I got none of the 16s. It's funny. Yeah.
Well,
We're actually getting ready to drop to 20 in about 6 weeks. So
And oh, really? 6 weeks?
yeah, it should be around the middle of July, early to mid July is what we're targeting. It's in production. I'll actually get to see the labels and the bands for the first time, probably Monday or Tuesday, and then they all go to my father's cigars and get the babies dressed up and ready to go.
Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So guys, what are you smoking?
I'm smoking actually my favorite Crowned Heads cigars, La Imperiosa.
There you go.
And
Nice.
I only smoke this one once a year. I actually only smoke it on my daughter's birthday. That's the only time I get one of these and smoke it on her birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
How old's your daughter?
She is 10.
Congratulations and happy birthday.
Oh, thank
Today
you.
her birthday?
No, today's not her birthday.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but I'm doing it because you're on. So I'm like,
Oh,
if
man,
I'm
I
gonna smoke
appreciate
the
that.
cigars, it'll be something else special. Another,
I appreciate it.
something. But actually, my birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday, man. I won't ask you how old you are, though.
The what?
Wow, you are.
Oh,
You won't
I
ask
was-
how old you are.
Yeah.
I'm turning 38.
Oh, you're a
think-
baby. You're a baby.
Oh, yeah, he's a baby.
Aren't we all?
No, I got the 4 Kicks Maduro.
Got none of those either. We've been on back order for those, gosh, since, I don't know, it's been good 4 or 5 months now.
Wow.
We've had issues behind the scenes. We've had issues with Broadleaf and Connecticut Habano, and that's Connecticut Habano right there. So, yeah, it's funny, man. When we did the live stream with Robusto and Breyer in Ohio, he was going through his whole inventory. I don't know if you caught that, and I'm like, you actually have more cigars of ours there than we do in our warehouse right now. That's no exaggeration. Like Luminosa, I was kidding with the guy. Say, hey, can we buy some from you? Because he had all 4 sizes of Luminosa. And I went back to the rack when I was in the office. We have 1 box of the Corona Luminosa, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, man, we're completely wiped out. So this lockdown has been real.
Man.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So I'm assuming it was because of Corona that put the brakes on Capa Especial and the Lost Angel.
Correct. Put the brakes on both of them, and put the brakes on everything that we've had there. Ernie shut down. I'm trying to think when he closed down. It might have been the end of March, maybe. And they're set to reopen on a limited capacity on the 28th of this month, but they won't start shipping until probably mid-June. The silver lining in the cloud, though, I suppose, is that he had rolled all of the mule kick for this year back in January, which was a surprise.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, great. So those are ready to go. They've been aging, and so we'll be able to get that out fairly quickly in the middle of June. But everything else, yeah, all the Capa production was frozen. The TLA, the Los Angeles, completely hasn't even started. So we're behind the gun right now.
Oh, so if you were to take a stab in the dark, what do you think the drop date for those will be?
Gosh, August-ish, July, late July, August. It just depends. It really does. It just depends on how many pairs, or he's going to start with, because it's not like you can just turn on the switch and you start producing cigars again. It's a matter of like, right now they're kind of, let's say they would have had 30 pairs working. It's probably going to be like 15 pairs for a half a day, and then maybe another 15 pairs a half a day. It's just all up in the air right now. He really had a hard close down. Other factories, like my father's cigars, reopened May 1st, I think was the date they reopened.
Okay.
Our other factory, Tabacalera Pichardo, they only closed for the religious holiday, and then they're back to full force running. And then Drew Estate, I think they opened like the last week of April. But we've got everything from Drew. Yeah, we got everything from Drew, like La Colección and Buckeye. We're in good shape on those, but everything else really kind of hit us hard. So we're trying.
Wow.
Well, I think the first I definitely wanted to ask you about Kappa and Lost Angel, but the other thing that I just found out about, and so I was catching the live stream with Luciano and yourself. No, I'm sorry. It was Mike Condor. Yeah. Alan Bradley. Alan Rubin. Malik Bradley. Alan Rubin. Yes. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about this thing, the bulb box, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" So I went to the website and looked it up, and then the first thing I did is I've got a buddy here in Phoenix named Brad. He's got a cigar shop called Zeal Cigars. Okay. Pretty new shop. I think he's been in business for a little over a year or something. So I kind of wanted to float some help his way. So I looked for him. He wasn't in there. So I told him to go register with it. But can you tell us how did this come about, and what is it exactly? Because I think this is a really cool idea. So this was actually a collaborative effort between Ace Prime, which is Luciano Morales, and Tabacalera Pichardo. We had an alliance agreement with them. We announced, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks ago. We're distributing their products for them. In the midst of all of these Zoom calls and talks and how we're going to do this, we decided this right at the beginning of the COVID thing. And, we saw guys doing curbside and trying to do anything to kind of keep the lights on. And this idea came about to create something like, how could we help the brick and mortar guy? And that was the advent of bulb box, which is kind of just a clever way of saying, let's help keep the lights on for everybody. So what it is essentially, it's a Cigar of the Month Club kind of a membership, which you see, there's dozens of them out there right now. The difference with this one is that, the retailer will sign up, the consumer can sign up for either like a 10-pack, a 20-pack, a box, whatever. There's different levels of it. And basically we do all the shipping, we take care of everything. And then the proceeds go, instead of to our pockets, the proceeds go to the retailer that the consumer designates. So like you could go on and put your buddy, if you registered in there, and then at the end of the month, if you subscribed and you designated this retailer, he gets the check for the profits. So we're not making any money off of it. We're just doing it to cover our costs, and then the profits go to the retailer. So it's not, I'm sure it's not going to be a windfall for anybody, but it's just our way of like trying to get that message out there to let's support brick and mortar tobacconists. Let's help them keep the lights on, if you will. Yeah, I thought this was such a cool idea, and I was like, how on earth can they do this and stuff? Now that you've explained it, it kind of makes more sense and stuff. So is it safe to assume that there will be that these boxes may be heavy with Luciano stuff and with Crowned Heads stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Those are the two brands you're going to see featured. The inventory will rotate and we'll change the cigars from month to month. But we're also hopeful that some of our other, associates and friends and colleagues in the industry will jump on board and put some of their stuff in the mix. It's just a lot of goodwill. I mean, it's in this day and age, we need it. Everybody needs to kind of get in alignment with one another as opposed to being at odds with each other. And this is just our small contribution towards that.
I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
As soon as I see him show up, he did go and register that day that I told him about it, but I haven't seen him pop up in there yet. So I guess there's some kind of vetting process or something.
I'm not, my extent of what I contribute is like every Monday night we do 2 shows a week. We do a Monday and a Thursday broadcast. Now Mondays we tend to do like kind of deep dive into brands and blends, and that's something that Luciano and I and Miguel do primarily. And then Thursday's a little bit lighter, kind of more like let's bring on somebody like we just had Rocky Patel last night,
Right.
and Mike's good about that. Mike kind of hosts that, and it's more of a kind of a grip and grin kind of shuck and jive show as opposed to, Tobacco's 101. So we kind of split the responsibilities that way. But in terms of the mechanics of it, I'm not 100% clear on it as far as vetting or any of that stuff. So it's a work in progress, but it'll get more streamlined as we go along. And even when, COVID goes away, pray tell when, this will still be something that we'll carry forward.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, as soon as he shows up, I'm going to sign up for it for a while, and I want to do some videos on it and everything. I think it's a really cool project.
It's a good cause, definitely.
Ron wants to know when I'm gonna say Chihuahua. When's that one supposed to drop?
The Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. I always thought it's Chihuahua.
Now, this where Caesar tells me like the Chihuahua's not really this or that. It's just, Chamuco's the devil or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
The Chihuahua. That's funny. That's my mom. Chihuahua probably the next couple of months. We're gonna make an announcement on it probably sometime in June. But for those who don't know what the Chihuahua is, it's the first addition to the Juarez line that we're doing as an extension. And it's a 5.5 by 48. So,
that's pretty cool.
Right on.
Yeah,
that's a good size. That's a really good size.
I love the size. That's what spurred that. It was the size first. I'm like, okay, let's do this size and this blend. And then they're like, well, what are we going to call it? I'm like, oh, do we have to call it anything, But I was like, well, how about Chihuahua? Because that's the state where Juarez is located in Mexico. So it just made sense because it's a smaller cigar, Chihuahua.
Yeah.
So I like Chihuahua.
Chihuahua, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be some retailers that call the office going, "Do you have any of those shot?" Oh yeah, man.
I've always just called Chihuahua Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. It's the easiest way to remember how to spell it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's very true.
Yeah, man.
I did not expect.
So, you know what? I'm waiting for all the bloggers to criticize me and say, "Oh, here goes another dog named Cigar," because we had Black Lab, we had Chamuco, and then now it's going to be a Chihuahua. So it's like, I'm going to start a whole canine division of Crowned Heads.
Yeah.
No, heck yeah.
That person will be a Doberman and Doberman and Pit Bull and Great Dane.
Well, that's
Just
what
keep your mind going.
was a whole version of a Pit Bull, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the Chamuco, right? A black or a Mexican bulldog.
Pit Bull. Like I think it was like a breed in the 70s or something like that. But
yeah. Cool stuff.
Yeah. My mind went blank with that Chihuahua. I had a question earlier. I can't remember. I'll bring it back.
All right, we got time.
We got plenty of time.
Okay, so I have another question going back to Capa Especial. So it basically 4 kicks. The runners, the candidates for 4 kicks came down to 3 blends, as I understand it, and one blend Ernie liked, and one blend you guys liked, and you went with that blend to start with, right?
That's the dumbed down version of it, basically. I knew before we even started on 4 kicks that I wanted to use Habano wrapper just because of a cigar that I worked on with CAO back in 2009 called the Traviata. And ever since then I've been like enamored with Habano wrapper just because it's easily accessible, approachable flavor profile. It's not aggressive. It's not harsh. It's not heavy. I wanted something like that for the very first cigar that we were going to launch under Crowned Heads. So while we're working on it, there was various versions of that Habano. But then Ernie was always kind of slightly going, why don't we try Sumatra? He likes, come on, let's try Sumatra. Because he's a big fan of Sumatra. He loves that wrapper. And I just wasn't like convinced. I'm like, nah. So now 9 years later, we're kind of turning the clock back and saying, okay, I call it Padrino's blend. I call it Ernie's blend, his version of what 4 kicks would have been had he, taken over and drove the boat that way. So, but he,
okay.
he was always adamant from the get go, like, look, man, you got to be responsible for this. I mean, it was like graduate school, bro. I went down there after, we spent a week, and he was like making me validate like tobaccos by smell, by touch, by taste. He was making me compare like two Habano wrappers grown 10 miles from each other, and he was like, tell me what the difference is, and that kind of thing. So he really took me to school on that first cigar, and this is a way of going back and saying, okay, this was Ernie's blend, kind of his version of Four Kicks.
Gotcha. I'm so excited for that thing to come out, man. I cannot wait.
It's very good. I mean, it's now I'm kind of going, wow, maybe we should have gone with this much back in the day. But I mean, my thought is the reason why we chose that wrapper is just because people tend to smoke with their eyes. You look at that wrapper and it's that Colorado brown, and it just looks. It just looks good. And to this day, Four Kicks is still one of our top sellers, and it's been out for 9 years. So I think we made the right choice at the time.
Yeah, I love the Maduro and the original one, but honestly, the original one is the one I like the most.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was a good foundation for the brand going forward. And it's one of those cigars where, like, even if you've never smoked a cigar, it's not too heavy or strong or aggressive. You can enjoy it if it's your first cigar. If you've been smoking cigars for a long time, you can still appreciate the balance and the nuances and the complexity of the cigar.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great launch. So I'm still very happy about it.
Oh, Brad's in the chat, guys, right now. Brad Reith, my buddy that owns Zeal Cigars. That's awesome.
Oh, is he?
What's up, Brad? How's it going, brother?
Hey.
Very cool. He'll be as soon as he gets registered on that, man. That's going to be cool.
Awesome. We'll appreciate it.
Funky combination.
Where's Brad's store again? In what state?
Yeah, so it's Phoenix, Arizona. He's up in North Phoenix, and so Brad, there used to be a YouTube cigar channel called what was it called, guys? Brad
TNT.
and Tim.
TNT.
Yeah, so TNT Cigars, but Brad and Tim did sort of blew it up, and they had like
Cigars Daily.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, so Tim left and went and started Cigars Daily, and then Brad finished up the work he was doing with TNT, and then he started Zeal Cigars up in North Phoenix, and Brad's just an awesome dude.
Arizona is like one of those target-rich environments where there's a lot of cigar stores per capita, which
there is,
right? But we've struggled in that market because we never really had a good sales rep, broker, what have you. We had some guys back in the day that kind of put us on the map there, and then they went off, and we never got anybody really going. And now, as of a couple of weeks ago, we just hired a great guy that I used to work with back in the CIO days, a gentleman by the name of Ed Trevino, who lives there in the Phoenix area. So you're going to see a resurgence probably in that marketplace for Crowned Heads. Ed does a great job. He's been in business for probably 15, 16 years.
Well, there goes my next question. I was going to ask you for a job, but
Well, yeah, that's a good dude.
That's awesome.
You might even know Ed because Ed was working with General for a dozen years at least after the CIO days, and then we had an opportunity to get Ed back, and we did.
Well, that's great because that's so my home lounge, if you will, in Phoenix is a place called Fox Cigar, and they carry. They pretty regularly they carry your core line stuff, and then they usually get a little bit of your limited edition stuff and all that, and I try to jump on it.
I think Fox is the account that just ordered like 60 boxes of Mule Kick and are having me sign each one of them. I think I do that for them annually. I'm pretty sure they're the account that gets that.
Yeah, that sounds like something Fox would do.
Good people, yeah, man.
Very cool.
Let's see.
Well, Brad said he's looking forward to getting some Crowned Heads at his store, at his location.
Good deal.
So maybe I can work something out right there.
There you go.
he's growing, man. He's got a cool thing going on, and he's been doing good, and I really like Brad. He's a cool cat.
I'm sure he's on Ed's radar, but I'll text Ed next week.
So I had a bit of trivia for you regarding Headley Grange, and in particular when the levee breaks.
Mm-hmm.
So the drums. I don't know if you knew this, but I've been a drummer all my life, and I grew up on Bonham, and I grew up on some other stuff. So I understand the appeal to the drums at the beginning of that.
Right.
As a drummer, the cool thing about that story of them recording that song is they took the band in there, and they had a brand new kit for Jon that he hadn't played before. And they put it under the stairs.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the mics down the stairwell to get that sound, and they added a bunch of compression. So it because it was going to be real boomy and echoey and stuff. So they added compression to it and stuff, and came up with that just freaking awesome sound at the beginning of that song.
Right. And when you think about it, it was like 40 some odd years ago they recorded it. It's like it's still
epic, absolutely epic.
Yeah, I don't know, but I just sonically that sound just was like, I don't know, man. It was just kind of I couldn't explain it other than, luckily Ernie used to play drums, so
okay.
What I was going for. I said I want to make a cigar that tastes the way these drums sound, and Condor thought I was crazy. What are you talking about? And I was like, let's try it. So like I played it for Ernie on a speakerphone, and he's like, yeah, I get it. You want something that's thick, chewy, heavy, dense. Exactly. And that's really the jumping off point for what became Headley Grange.
Yeah.
So you used to work at CAO.
Correct.
How was that?
It was a blast.
Like the backstory of you getting to that position.
The backstory of me getting into that position was, I had just moved to Nashville, and I was really kind of going through those midlife crises where I had like just so many, bad jobs and bad gigs and just like dead end stuff. And I mean, when I lived in LA, to give you for instance, when I lived in LA, I used to have to telemarket dog shampoo and indoor tanning products. That's a true story. So, I mean, times were tough, man. And, it's just like I was just struggling with what I was going to do with my life. And I just was like, I got to a turning point where I'm like, okay, I got to do some soul searching, figure out what I'm passionate about, what really makes me go. And it took a while. And I literally, what I narrowed it down to was I wanted to get involved with some industry where things were made by hand without machines, where there was some romance to it. Like, I narrowed it down to like wine and cigars. And by happenstance, I found a cigar company that just started in Nashville, and I had just moved to Nashville. And I'd been writing letters to every cigar company, turned me down, wouldn't give me a job. I even tried to get a job with a local tobacconist for like $6 an hour, and they turned me down too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the last ad in the magazine where I was writing all these letters in Cigar Aficionado was to this company called CAO International in Nashville. And I sent the letter and didn't hear anything for like 4 months. And meanwhile, I'm just like, I had this temp job that was so boring. I would literally duck off out of my little cubicle and go in the bathroom and put a little toilet paper and fall asleep and wake up and go, oh God, how much more time before I have to leave? It's one of those things. It's like miserable. Yeah. One day I got a call from Don Osgener, and he gave me an interview, and that's literally how I got my start in the business. He said, look, I'm starting this cigar company. This is 1996. And he said, I don't really have any need for anybody except for maybe a shipping manager. And I'm like, I'll be the best shipping manager you ever had. And I'm like, just give me a chance. I didn't know anything about shipping whatsoever. I just literally. And that lasted about 5 months. And in the interim, I was just so enthusiastic about the brand that I happened to hear a commercial on a radio station where they were giving away a box of cigars as part of a prize package. It was 2 tickets to a prize fight and a box of cigars. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
I had no filter. I'm like, I didn't pick up the phone. I'm like, call the radio station and said, yeah, I just heard your promo. Where are you getting cigars from? And they said, we don't know, really. We just thought it'd be kind of a cool prize to go with the boxing tickets. I said, well, look, I'll cover you on the cigars. I work for a cigar company. Just give me a couple of spots on the air. We'll trade out. I said, okay, so now I'm recording commercials for CAO Cigars.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, right? So then after that, I go back to the radio station and say, hey, look, cigars are kind of getting popular. You might need like somebody to come and talk once a week on your show. And I said, yeah. They go, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah. So I would get up once a week and I would drive down like 7 in the morning, do a drive time show, taking Q&As on cigars. I was a cigar guy. Did 4 more weeks. Collected all these little cassette tapes of the radio spots of my show. And I came in, I played it for John. This is 5 months into the shipping manager gig. I played it for him, and he's like, hey, this guy's really good. We should hire him. I said, that guy's me. He's like, that's you? I said, yeah. He goes, you were terrible at shipping. You're now the director of promotions and public relations.
Oh, nice.
That's crazy.
That's how it all started. And I just kind of, rode the wave all the way to the shore. And that was it.
So how did you get into cigars just in general? What took you into the smoking cigars?
Well, part of it, like I said, was a little soul searching. And the other part of it was just by happenstance. I was on my way to the airport. I was going to fly back to California for Thanksgiving. And I wanted to get a gift for my dad. I'm like, what's a good guy's gift? And I see this cigar store. It was called Uptown Smoke Shop. Cigars. So I literally pull in there. And I walk in, and I'll never forget, like, so I walked in, the aroma of the humidor, the cedar and the tobacco and everything, it was just like,
yeah.
Moments like, I'm home. This is it. I'm like, that kind of thing. And I was hooked. Ever since then, I was hooked. And I came home from that trip, bought a Cigar Aficionado magazine, started, like, learning as much as I could. I would go in to that same cigar store like once a week, save up some money, buy some cigars. I had a little pad like this. I used to write my notes and glue the cigar band on there and give it a score.
Yeah.
All that. And that's how I got into it.
Huh.
That's awesome. It's like one of us. Get really into it, man.
That's a great story.
Yeah. 24 years later.
Yeah. When I go, so I travel a lot, and when I do, I typically go down into Phoenix the night before, stay in a hotel, and then fly out to wherever I'm going. And then when I come back, I stay in Phoenix again. So I hit Fox a lot because it's on my drive home and stuff. But one of my favorite things to do is to go in early and like work for the day in Phoenix, but I'll go to Fox as soon as they open. And after the store has been sitting all night and the ventilation system has worked and everything, when you open the door first thing in the morning, you smell that. You get that cedar and that tobacco and stuff. It's just awesome. And I usually get about 2 hours just completely by myself in there.
Yeah.
And I love it.
It's heaven, man. It really is. And and funny enough, the cigar store I mentioned that wouldn't hire me, that was the same store that I bought the cigars at. I used to buy my cigars at. And that was funny, man. And then once I started with CAO, about 6 months into it, when we started getting some traction, the same guy that turned me down came to us looking for a job, and I interviewed him. And I said, we don't need anybody right now.
Oh, no. That's
you never know. You got to treat people right, You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
That is definitely true.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was no want ad for a cigar guy or anything like that. It was just like I kind of created my own thing. And then once I got in there, it was tough to start with. I wasn't making a lot of money. I had a part-time gig on the side. Talk about paying your dues. Like I would work at CAO Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I would work in a local Blockbuster video.
Wow.
I mean, I would be that guy with the little name tag and the
Yeah.
That was hard, man. But you know what?
I still got one of the Blockbuster cards, membership cards.
Oh, man.
Cards. I still got some of their movies that I've never returned.
Dude, I would have to.
They went out of business. That ain't my fault. They never come after me. I just kept them.
It was a very humbling experience. Let me just say that.
I cannot picture you in a Blockbuster, man.
Neither did I, dude. But I needed to do what I needed to do, and it just shows you if you want something bad enough, you'll do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of.
This is like one of those like I walked uphill in the snow both ways stories, but I used to ride a bicycle, to work at Blockbuster, and I'd get off like at midnight and have to ride my bike back to the house and stuff like that. So,
Wow.
There's some dues paying for sure.
A few months ago, I asked my daughter if she's watched that movie, A Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And I remember what you had said about Wizard of Oz.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching. I had totally forgot all about it. And I'm watching it there with her. It's her first time watching it. And I remember seeing that sign or that cart
The caravan
that was there. And it said,
Yeah.
Crowned Heads for a split second. And I was like, oh my God, he was talking about that not too long ago.
That was the screenshot. I shot it and I texted it to Mike Condra. I said, Crowned Heads. He's like, I love it. I was like, okay, cool.
I've never even seen it.
You gotta
it was quick too.
More than 3 or 4 seconds. You see this experiment says Crowned Heads of Europe, past, present, future. Professor Marvel.
Yeah, it just does like a little quick. It passes by like that. The camera like real quick.
So Kevin from Cigars Prop said, "Hey, a-hole, that's a touchy subject for me and John."
Yeah, that's another show right there. But basically, he came on his show and said that I was a liar, that it never happened. I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, this is after I've watched that movie a dozen times and screenshotted that thing and posted it on social media. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not lying. This happened, you know?
That's great. That's great.
What's up, Kevin?
Kevin's an awesome dude, man. Kevin and I are good friends.
He's a good dude. He and I actually spent a good time at my office before the Barn Smoker last year.
Yeah. I don't want to hear about it because I'm pissed that Kevin got to actually meet you before I did. I'm in denial about it.
Oh, it ain't that kind of an occasion.
Okay, so gosh. Now I got to get my head straight. Okay, so first off,
how was it to work the CAO back in the day? Is that what I'm gonna tell you right now that there's probably the best time of my life was working at CAO.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. Because it was beyond doing what you love to do for a living. It was this camaraderie that it would be almost impossible to replicate. The sales guys, Jono, it was just such a unique mix of people that made that company. And when it was broken up and sold and whatever and it moved, it was like losing your family, man. It was like it was hard. It was really, really hard. And then be careful what you wish for because you might get it. Once Mike and I had our own company and our own brands and everything, I don't want to say it's less fun, but there's a lot more pressure on you.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when I was at CAO, I didn't have to really worry about doing anything other than my job and having a good time doing it. We had a blast. It was so fun. I loved working with those guys. I miss them. I missed that time. But we have to grow up sooner or later. And here we are with some responsibilities and stuff.
So speaking of CAO, I don't know, maybe 8, 9, 10 months ago, I talked on, I couldn't find any pictures of it. I couldn't believe this, but CAO had a cigar that came out around, I want to say around 2008, 2009. It came in a beautifully, a white box that was plastic, and it was meant to be a humidor, and it had lights in it.
2007 CAO Vision.
The Vision, that's what it was. Yeah. I could not remember.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of what, man. It was literally Tim Osgoner, who's Jono's son, basically did all the product development back in those days, and he was enamored with Apple products at the time, and he wanted, and that's when the first was not a night. What the heck was it called? Before he used to play music on it. It was white and you had a little dial on it. It was an Apple.
Oh, the iPod, yeah.
Whatever it was. And he wanted to make something that, like, when you that's why it was white plastic, and then when you opened it up, it was supposed to light up like an Apple computer or whatever. It was it was probably way ahead of its time. And my argument at the time was, look, consumers are going to think they're paying for the packaging because it's just a little bit much. So,
it was. I think you're right. It definitely was ahead of its time.
It was way over the top. But I mean, it's just, we had a good time. Man. It was like Jon Huber, rest in peace, we passed, 2 years now. He just literally taught us so much, not just about business and cigars, but life in general. He's a spiritual guide. He basically, his mantra was make it happen. And like whatever you could think of, you're only held back by yourself, and make it happen. And like things like we would come in the office one day and somebody said, hey, is anybody watching this HBO show called The Sopranos? We're smoking a lot of cigars on there. And they're like, yeah. It was kind of a hot show at the time. And somebody said, we should get our cigars on that show. And Jon was like, go ahead, make it happen. And I'll be damned if we didn't. You know what I mean? It's like,
how did you pull that off?
So the story behind that was I had been in contact by that. I mean, like I was been constantly harassed by this product placement company in LA that were saying like, if you give us X amount of dollars, we'll get your products here, there, and whatever. But they can never, the way that business is structured or was structured at the time, they can never promise you where it was going to end up.
Right.
It may end up on a movie. It may end up on, you never know. You had no control, but you kind of gave them X amount of money. So I was like, all right. So I went back to that guy and I said, listen, I said, if you can, what's it worth to you to get me on HBO Sopranos? Just that. Don't give me anything else. What's it going to cost to do that? And so we negotiated a deal and we got it done. And then I became familiar with the set and the prop master on set. And so from that, after that first contract expired, I would just go back to the prop master and email them, do you guys need product, whatever, da, 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 da. And we stayed on that show for quite a while. And then HBO contacted us to do a cigar exclusively for them called HBO, The Sopranos Edition by CAO. So things just snowballed. But it was just like one of those things where, like, if you don't try, you don't get it, right? So we went for it and got it. Meanwhile, there's probably like a dozen guys that were going, that would be cool, but it's never going to happen for me. You don't know. Right? So here's the little engine that could, and we got it done.
Ah, that is so cool. That is so cool.
No, here's a good dude. Great dude.
So day before yesterday, I think it was, I smoked a 2018 Court Reserve. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when the Court Reserve came out, I bought a box, and then I got some from my buddy at Fox Cigar, and he gave me one Sublime size. The box I bought was I don't remember what size you guys call it, but it's the smaller one, the smallest one. And so I let that sit in my humidor, and then the other day I took it out. I can't remember why I smoked it. I thought I was going to be on something. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, holy crap! 2 years on that cigar. I could not believe it. It was amazing. It was so good.
They have a tendency to do that. Cigars, they kind of get better with it. That's one of my things. Like when I read some of these like statements online where people say, yeah, it was a good cigar, but it's going to get better with age. I mean, like, that's the most obvious thing in the world. It's like saying, I'm going to go to bed. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. Well, no shit. Yeah. Like, cigars are going to get better with age. It's just the way it is. So are wines and so are a lot of other things. So, yeah, I get it. It tends to take the edges off of the profile and round it out a little bit more even. I prefer to smoke stuff right out the truck. I think if you're shipping something to a retailer, it should be good to go now. Yes, it will be better in a year or two, but it shouldn't be anything that somebody necessarily has to sit on in order to enjoy it. It should be ready to ship it. That's my thought about that.
Kevin, you know the answer to this. So Kevin said, is it Sublime or Sublime? It's Sublime, correct?
Sublime, yeah. I mean, that's kind of always been taught to pronounce it, but I mean, Chihuahua, Chihuahua, it's up to you. However you want, man. That's all good.
What's up, Smoking Preacher? How you doing?
Got the Smoking Preacher in here. That's awesome. So cool. So I was on a Zoom call with Willie Herrera yesterday, and asked him this question. I want to ask you as well, because this is just kind of something that fascinates me. He didn't have an answer for this, but so my reference point is you look at later part of 2018 through a good part of 2019. Everyone was coming out with Mexican San Andreas. They were hitting the market hard. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you're getting a lot of other stuff as well, right? But then there was a shift, and everyone started releasing Habano wrappers. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, this is weird. I mean, I know to some extent it's due to availability, but how is it that does the market just kind of follow itself or something? How is it that all of a sudden, like one year you get a lot of this wrapper, next year you get a lot of this wrapper and stuff? Is that purely because of availability or what?
Yeah, the short answer would be yes. I mean, we're all pulling from basically the same resources. I mean, there's only a certain amount of fincas that are growing wrapper wherever, whether it's in Ecuador, Nicaragua, Honduras, DR, whatever. We're all kind of pulling from the same thing. So it's like for instance, broadleaf right now for us, it's been in short supply. Like we haven't had Walter Rose in stock since almost a year ago, and right. It's a broadleaf shortage. I mean, fortunately, we were able to get around that with Drew Estate and La Coalición, since that's Connecticut broadleaf. But it's hit everybody hard. I know I was talking to Pete Johnson. It hit him hard with broadleaf, and so as a result, he's working with other wrappers, as are we. I think Pete's TAA this year was Sumatra, and I mean, like Pete's always been known for broadleaf, but it's just one of those shortages. So there's a finite supply of leaf, and we're all kind of pulling from the same thing. And I also think that sometimes there's trends too as well. And the consumers kind of drive the trend a little bit, but one of those wrappers that usually is in pretty good supply. It's easy to work with. It's pretty. It's just a good staple, in my opinion.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, I don't sit down and go, okay, what's everybody else using? Let's use that. I don't think anybody else does either. It's just kind of sometimes it happens that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, what for somebody like I've always had this question in my mind. I mean, a lot of people already know that answer, but for someone like myself or like Robert or Vic or just anybody that's on the chat room that's been wanting to like have their own line and want to get their first cigar out there with their name or whatever they have, a certain name they got made up, what does it take and what does it cost to do something like that, roughly around?
It just depends how you want to do it, where you want to get it from, and that's a tough question to say. $100,000 like that. I remember back in 2011 when we first started, and I remember going to our first trade show at Crowned Heads in 2012, and Eric Espinosa came up to me and he said, "You want to know how to make $1 million in the cigar business?" He goes, "Spend $2 million."
Yeah,
one of those kind of things. You just, you don't really go into it like that. I know we didn't go into it going, okay, how much is this going to cost?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, there's so much involved with it. I hate to be vague, but it's just such a broad question. And then, you might think you have the best name in the world, and then you might get a cease and desist letter from somebody 6 months down the road because you didn't have the right trademark search or something. I mean, it's happened to us. And I've been doing this for 20 some odd years, and we've still gotten into that situation before. And for things you would clearly think there's no way, but yeah, we were actually, when we first started, we were in a legal battle with Headley Grange. Now tell me, what other cigar was named Headley Grange?
For real.
Nothing.
None that I know of.
Well, we had a company out of Washington, D.C. that was called Bug Range, an agricultural lobbying firm that came after us because they thought that they were so famous. This is a true story. They were so famous and renowned that the word Grange was synonymous with them.
Oh, wow.
These guys, it turned out, even went after a daycare center on some other city that was located on Grange Avenue. It was called Grange Daycare. And
Wow.
they basically went after them and threatened to sue them. And yeah, there's trademark bullies like that left and right. That's another pitfall of the business, you know, and it costs us a lot of money.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you just never know. I mean, to say how much is it going to cost is just so hard.
Yeah, I figured it's not just about money; it's who you know and how you get into business and being around people and
Yeah,
you know things like that.
You're only as good as the people that are making your cigars. You
Yeah.
know, we were fortunate in that Mike and I both had relationships. I've been in the business since '96. Mike was in the business since the '70s or something like that. And, you know, we knew a lot of people, so it opened a lot of doors. And so we kind of had our pick, so to speak, more or less. And, you know, to this day, we work with some of the best people in the industry. You know, I mean, we work with the Garcias, my father. We're working with Ernesto Perez Carrillo, who got Cigar of the Year in 2018. We're working with Tabacalera Pichardo that does Juarez, working with Drew Estate. I mean, the biggest fabrica in the world, probably. I mean, those things just wouldn't happen. You know, it's just, you got to have to be in the right place, right time, know some people. So
wait a minute. Juarez is out of Picharos. How do you say
yeah,
it?
Ace Prime, Pichardo, Tabacalera Pichardo. His name's Radio Pichardo. I met him in 2017 at the trade show, and didn't know anything about any of these guys. And they gave me some samples of some cigars, and I was like very impressed. And we maintained a relationship over the last 3 years. And going back a couple years ago, we started working on a private label for Germany. And they told this distributor in Germany said, you know, we want it to be something like Jericho Hill. So I went to Pichardo and I said to Luciano, and I said, hey, do you think Pichardo can make his version of something that tastes like Jericho Hill, but not necessarily the same recipe? So they sent me some samples, and I was like, damn, this is really, really good. And sent it to Germany. Long story short, Germany passed on it. And I had this blend and kind of in my back pocket. And Mike Conder at the end of 2018 said, hey, do you have anything we can plug into a catalog? This one particular catalog was looking for a private label blend by Crowned Heads. I said, yes, I have this really good blend. And we, you know, put it together and called it Juarez. About 8 months go by. It's not getting any traction. Nobody even knows about it. They're doing nothing with it. It's lost in the shuffle. And I said to Mike, about 3 weeks before we went to the trade show in 19, why don't we take Juarez and bring it out on its own to everybody? I said, we didn't sign an exclusivity contract. It's just, you know, they had 8 months with it, and let's go. So we did. You know, all we had was samples. We didn't even have marketing collateral, nothing. We just had samples. I told the guys, give it to your customers, have them smoke it, and when they're done smoking it, tell them the cost. And it was just like, boom. And it's probably been one of our top sellers since.
That cigar is a home run. I love that stick.
Yeah.
I'm out of those cigars. Every time I get like when you send me some, or I had Ron send me some, and a big had sent me some, and man, those things fly. That's the first thing I grab every time.
It's a great cigar, and it punches way above its weight. I mean, that cigar could go in the $8 to $10 category, but we made it in the 6 to 8 just to make it more accessible for people. Yeah, they've done great for us. In fact, this summer we're releasing a blend from Tabacalera Pichardo that goes back to the blend that first caught my eye 3 years ago when we were starting to work. They gave me those samples, so it's going to be a great smoke. I have every.
Yeah, I got a just after you guys released it nationwide. I got a bundle of them from Thompson's. They had a blowout, and I got a bundle for it. Ended up being like $2.60 a stick, and I smoked the first one. I was like, wait a minute, you got to be kidding me! And I smoked another one. I was like, how did I get this cigar for under $3? And I've blown through that bundle. It's a fantastic cigar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, usually you don't want your stuff blown out. You really, as a manufacturer, want to kind of monitor that. But
sure,
let's just say, without going into the politics of it, that was probably one of the best favors they could do for us, because it really exposed the brand and the blend to so many people, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" You know, it's like kind of okay. So it didn't hurt us one bit. It actually helped us. It was almost like paid advertising for us. So
That's awesome.
yeah, man, it worked out.
Nice. Mr. Lee Mack is in the house. I got to shout out to my bro, Lee Mack. I love that
Lee
guy.
Mack.
Mac. What's up, brother?
So I got a question, John.
Yeah.
Do you have a most memorable moment of smoking cigars? Like I'll tell you, like for me, mine was, starting out smoking a cigar and it totally kicked my butt. Do you have any like really good stories like that? Like really memorable moments?
I have memorable cigars, but I also have a ton of memorable cigar related stories. You could take your pick. Like memorable stories. I think like one of the ones that stands out in my mind. I don't know if anybody's a boxing fan, but I grew up.
Yeah.
So I grew up watching boxing with my grandfather. My grandparents raised me, and my grandfather I was always into watching Ali, Frazier, these guys, right? Back in the day, Duran, Leonard. I love boxing to this day. So we had an event up at Cigars International. This was the CAO days, where the guest of honor was going to be Joe Frazier, and the promotion was in the store, and like if you bought a box, you got a ticket of this, that, and the other, and then at the end of the night, they raffled off the tickets, and like 20 winners got to watch the first Ali Frazier fight on VHS with Joe Frazier in the room. So it was a private.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So not only did I get to go pick up Joe Frazier in the limo and stop with him from his place in Philly to the store, but I sat next to Joe Frazier watching Frazier Ali won, and he's whispering in my ear, telling me everything that was going on in the fight. I see this in the book. This is what he told me, and then this is what I whispered to him, and then watched his thumb and hit him with his left, and boom, boom, boom. I was just like, I mean, I'm not like starstruck and not a celebrity kind of ride the jock kind of guy, but sitting next to Joe Frazier, that was like one of the best cigar-related experiences. Watching that fight,
that's crazy.
And sitting next to him, I was just like, man, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
That was something I'll remember forever. And he actually ended up signing something for me, and I don't collect autographs or nothing, but I still have that.
That is cool. That's awesome. I remember as a kid, my dad used to box. Oddly enough, my dad's name is Rocky, and my dad used to be a heavyweight boxer.
Okay.
So I grew up. We were always watching Ali and stuff, and I was a little kid, man. My dad would the TV in his bedroom. He'd be laying down on the bed. I'd be laying down next to him with my head on his chest, and we'd just be watching the fights and stuff. And I didn't realize, because at the time I was like, this ain't really fun and stuff. But then the memories, man, I went back and watched those fights and stuff. I was just like, and it's so today I'm like a huge MMA fan because of that.
No, I'd say I'm still boxing. I'm still a boxing guy.
I'm a boxing fan. Yeah, I'm more of a boxing fan than anything else.
When I was a little kid, like my grandfather, he boxed a little bit in the military and stuff, and he knew his way around things. And we had these big, they're like 16-ounce Everlast gloves in the basement. And I was like 10 years old. I'd be jumping rope and do all this. And I thought I was like, I knew how to do what I was doing. And my grandfather. I'll never forget one day he took me downstairs in the basement. He said, "You want to learn? You want to box?" I said, "Yeah, that's what I want to do." He said, "All right, come on." We put the gloves on. In retrospect, it was his way of like going, "Okay, this is a dead end for you. It ain't gonna happen." But he literally just jabbed, hit me right in the bridge of the nose. My whole face just rang. And I was like, "That was it." I was done. So. That's saying, what is it? Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And that was it for me, man. That was
Hey, so on the live stream that you did today with Miguel, you said something about a price increase. Were you joking, or is there a price increase on something coming?
I was completely joking. Somebody said that Juarez could be easily priced like 9 to 12, and I said, "Well, let's talk about the price increase."
Okay.
No.
Scaring Vic over here.
Yeah.
I don't even think in 9 years you may have had a price adjustment once, but I don't think we've increased prices at all. And a lot of people jumped on that bandwagon with the FDA and user fees, legislation, and all that, but we try to keep it humble.
Nice. Well, I mean, all your cigars are very reasonably priced. I mean, you get the limited edition stuff and that gets hiked up there a little bit more. Probably the Coalición is your most expensive stick, right?
Yeah, it is definitely. I think the high point on Coalición is like $14.95 a stick.
Oh,
Well,
Chamuco. How much was the Chamuco?
It's like 10 or
$10.95.
yeah,
Was it
10,
10?
something.
In my state, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a bummer for me on the Coalición, because that is my favorite stick right now, and I'm smoking them like crazy, and I keep thinking, man, when I run out, this is gonna suck.
You like the Sublime, and I think that's the size I sent you, and I think it's $14.95 MSRP.
Right. Yep.
Sorry.
I'm a little too generous. I've sent out. Well, you've sent me 2 boxes of those, and I've probably given a box of them away. And I keep telling myself, stop giving these away, man. But you know, I believe in sharing the love, so I keep sending sticks to friends and stuff.
I appreciate that. That's one of the perks of what I do. I like to just, bomb people and stuff, and just, show them a little bit of love. Not necessarily the people that ask for it, but the people that don't ask for it. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, what blows my mind is my wife here a few months back. She said, "What did you order?" I said, "I haven't ordered anything for a while." And she said, "Well, UPS showed up today." And I'll go out, and we have a bin out in our front of our property that UPS leaves the thing in. And I open the bin, and there's this box, and I flip the box. I pick the box up, and I see a CYOP sticker on it. And I'm like, wait a minute. What is this, man? So I follow that up with an email to you. I'm like, come on, John, are you kidding me, man? This is awesome.
Funny story about that sticker is, like, somebody off of our merch site ordered a hat or something, and that's just something like I always like all the merch stuff and stuff that I send out to have that sticker on there, just as a little extra, whatever. And this guy sends me a direct message. He was actually mad that I wasted a sticker, right? And I just put the sticker in the box. And I'm like, really? And I think he ordered something else, and the same thing. He sent me another, like, why did you waste a sticker? And I just texted out, and I said, can you do me a favor? Here's the guy's address. Take one of every sticker we have and just send it to him.
Oh,
nice.
I mean?
Like, God, you can't win for losing. You try to.
Wow, yeah, you can't make everybody happy. That's
right.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
I remember when I used to work when I worked in the music industry, and we would do like a VIP in the front, and of course you got to pay a little extra for the VIP, and you get backstage, and we would give away like free swag, like T-shirts and CDs and all that from the artists that were performing, and people would still complain about what we're giving them with the swag. They'll even get a bottle of whatever alcohol that we're giving away. I mean, we set them up real good for 2 free buckets of beer. With a bunch of swag, and they still complain that it wasn't enough. And it's like, dude, you can't make anybody happy no matter what you do.
I never understood that. Free is free. I don't get that. But
that's why I said I like to do things for people that don't ask for it. But when they ask for it, it's a little bit annoying sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you got me a couple of times, man. Once, whenever I just bought this house back in October. I couldn't spend any money. I was kind of like, yeah, we just got the house. I got to watch how I spend my money. And me and my wife have talked about it. And out of nowhere in the mail, I get up one of your boxes with cigars and hats. And she's like, did you order some more cigars? And I thought and I was like, oh, what are you talking about? She's like, there's a big box here sitting in the front door with your name on it. And I swear there's cigars. And I'm like, I don't remember. I didn't order any cigars, and I'm like tripping out. I'm at work, and I'm thinking the whole time, who sent this? And when I got here, I opened it up, man, and it was a big surprise. You had sent me a box of Las Calaveras 2019 and a couple of hats and all that. I was like, wow, man, and I really appreciate that. And to be honest with you, I still haven't popped that box open. I'm gonna pop it open once I hit a year living here as a celebration.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, but I really
that's a blessing to be able to do something like that. I enjoy doing things like that. So it's kind of like my own perk. So
I think you're one of the most generous and legitimately down to earth guys that I've met in the industry. I mean,
I appreciate
it
And,
really
I mean,
is.
it shows that you care about the people too, as well.
You know, listen, man. If you're in a position to do something good for somebody, then why not? You know, do it. In the end, it comes back tenfold to you. It's just the way you treat people. And I don't give things to expect things in return. I just give things because I like to make people happy. You know, I mean, we're not here for a long time. It's like, you know, make the most of your time while you're here. And that's one of the blessings of my job, is to be able to do things to put a grin on someone's face. And I'm not asking anything in return for it. I don't say like, hey, you know, plug this, plug that. Da, da, da. In fact, to the contrary, I've had blogs ask me for samples, and I said, no, we don't send out free samples. So, you know, go to your local tobacconist and buy the cigars and review them. How about it? But I just like to do things for people that are expecting it, that, you know, that they really deserve it, probably, for the most part. So,
yeah, that little note that you wrote on there, I think that's what saved my butt, because she really thought I bought it. And said, congratulations on your home and all that. I was like, see, look, I told you.
Yeah, you probably snuck in the house all careful.
I got you back. I got you back. Listen, fellas, I got to cut it because I'm hearing my little daughter. I got to go give her a bath. Speaking
All right.
on the right things. So we could pick it up again in some future. I'd love to chat with you guys longer. I got to go do the daddy thing right now.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
awesome, John. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Great seeing you.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Support. Thank you for everything y'all do out there. And like I said, we'll set up another time. We'll do it again. We'll pick it up where we left off.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome,
All right.
man. God bless.
Good evening. I appreciate you too. All right.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Wow.
Wow.
Awesome guy.
All right. I'm like on cloud nine, man. I'm so high right now.
Oh yeah, we know the message you sent. Yeah, we know what's going on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm kind of in between. It depends who it is, but sometimes I can fanboy out real bad. And with John, I've been just counting the days down to this. And today I was just stoked all day long to be able to talk to him and stuff, man. So
we
freaking
understand.
cool.
If you need to go change right now for a quick second, that's fine.
Yeah.
Nah, he's an awesome guy. Really
Yeah.
nice. He's an amazing, cool guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know about fanboying. I know there's a few people in the cigar industry, and I'll be honest with you, Lee Mac's one of the guys. Every time I talk to him or even mentions my name on his channel, I'm like, oh my god, he's so funny. Lee Mac's a really
There's a
good guy.
couple
I know
people.
that, man.
There's a couple people when I talk to or even see, I'm like, just instantly, I just smile.
I'm glad to hear that the price increase was a joke, because that had me worried. No joke. I mean, everyone in the comments said the same thing. That cigar could easily sell for a couple dollars more.
Yeah.
Such a
Absolutely.
fantastic cigar. And you know, that's the thing that I gravitate when I go to Fox. You know, I'm looking at all these cigars and stuff because I'm always trying to find new stuff and everything. And you pick up a stick and it's like, oh, that's $12, that's $13, whatever. And you can always say, okay, I know what I'm getting with Crowned Heads, and I know that I'm not going to break the bank, man. It's the Imperiosa, the Four Kicks, all of them are really well priced
I can
cigars.
honest. I have yet to find a cigar I dislike.
Yeah.
Now, I will say at first, I've had the Four Kicks, and I was like, wow, this is amazing stick. And then next time I had it, I was like, whoa, this is very gross. I went back to it, and man, maybe it's just that one bad stick, but it's just in general, Crowned Heads is very awesome, great cigars, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to wait until August for at least until August for The Capa Especial and the Lost Angel. I'm bummed out about that, man, because I'm holding out. I'm trying not to buy any more cigars because I'm buying a box of those. And then he said the Mule Kick. Fox does so. When they did the 2018 Las Calaveras, he signed the boxes, and I've got a signed box of the Las Calaveras 2018 from him. So now I'm going to have to buy the Mule Kick to have that one as well.
There you go. Man,
That's awesome.
you know what'd be really awesome? I don't think they've done it, but Crowned Heads and Caldwell. I'd fall in love.
Like a collaboration. Oh, that sucks. I was going to ask him. He talked today on the live stream. He talked about a collaboration they're doing with Pichardo. And
yeah, see, I noticed he started naming people that he's worked with and stuff like that.
right.
But it slipped my mind because I was going to ask him, what all, what collaborations has he done, like, has Crowned Heads and everything like that. But for me, I'm Caldwell, like your Crowned Head.
Right.
So, and Crowned Head for me would be second. So, Crowned Head, Caldwell, that's like the ultimate cigar for me.
Yeah, that would be an interesting collaboration because, man, that would be interesting because they're pretty different. They're different profiles.
They
Uh-huh.
really are.
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't. It could be probably the worst cigar in the world, to be honest. And I'd still probably buy a box. Just because, But that's something I'm curious about. Like, that'd be pretty neat.
Yeah. So this Pichardo Ace Prime. I was watching the live stream. They did this live stream like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago or something like that. They were talking this. So everyone in the chat, this bulb box. So you go to thebulbbox.com, and it's the website needs some work. It looks like they're still doing it, and they don't offer you. They don't do anything like mixing to your palate or anything like that. They just give you can get 5, 10, 15, 20, or 30 cigars per month. The 30 cigar per month deal is like $300 a month. I don't know who can afford that, but it's totally cool because, like he said, they take the profits from that, and when you sign up for it, you get to you can search to see if a brick and mortar shop that you want to support is in their list. If it's in there, then you say, okay, here's the shop I want to support. They send the profit to that shop. Every month that shop gets a check. It's a really cool deal. So I'm waiting for Brad's. I told Brad about it 2 days ago, and as soon as he shows up in the thing, I'm going to sign up for it just to promote it for a little while and give Brad a little bit of help and stuff. What are you lighting up there?
Imperiosa.
Ah, nice.
Yeah,
I'm still smoking mine. It's good.
Yeah, I'm getting down, but I'm gonna take this thing down to a nub, man.
I think I'm about to pull out my cigar prop nub.
I gotta give you another nub. I really do. I've lost mine a long time ago. It literally, I'm telling you, it disappeared into the abyss. It's gone.
Oh, Andre's in the chat. Nice. Hey, Andre, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for jumping in.
What's up, Andre, Christina, Ron, Mac, Preacher?
I started catching up on Preacher's reviews today. I caught a couple of them. He did that. Speaking of Caldwell, he did the La Barba Purple, and I watched that review today. That's a stick I'm really interested in.
Man, there's I don't know if I should say it,
But
the one we're gonna do. From Caldwell.
What are you doing? Caesar doesn't even know what you're talking about.
The one that's been sent to us.
oh no, No,
So he shouldn't say it.
I don't think so.
Well,
I mean,
Preacher
it's kinda
says
hard to
he's
get hold of.
Preacher's finishing up a farm roll from Pravada Club.
Oh, are you?
Oh, nice.
That's a good deal. That farm roll package, man.
I keep meaning to go on to Bravada and get us a thing of the farm roll, but what the hell?
Yeah,
They're good. So I'm
No,
gonna send John. Does the same company that does Crowned Heads hats does the High Desert Man hats? So
okay.
I'm gonna send John and Micah a High Desert Man hat.
Okay.
See if we can get a couple pictures in Instagram or something. I might as well. Nobody buys them. I think
tell
I'm
you
so.
what.
What's the secrets between friends, Caesar?
I'll tell you what, Vic. How many of those hats do you have left?
Holy man.
I think I have, I don't know, maybe 12 left, 15 left, something like that.
Okay, I gotta get some beard oil. So, or not, gotta get not beard oil, beard wash, because I'm fresh out of that.
Yeah.
So when I order that wash, I might get some present here.
No, I mean, that cigar was sent to us, and it's they told us that we can't really talk about it or anything until it's finally released. And
what's that?
So some cigar
that
I can't name it right now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those cigars that they'll send you and be like, "Hey, can't say nothing until it's released or whatever."
Oh, Preacher says he'll buy one of my hats. Okay, so real quick, let me tell you guys, the High Desert Man website is down right now. So if you want to get a hat or a smoke chest or something, then hit me up and we'll work out a PayPal, or you can pay me through Cash App.
I'm about to ask if you got Cash App, so that's perfect.
Yeah, Cash App or PayPal, and I'll hook you up, and I'll throw in some cigars as well.
Okay, because I definitely got it. I literally just ran out of the beard wash, so I got to get me some beard wash.
Yeah, I'm running
probably some more. You know, I got to get the whole fixing for my beard, so I'll probably do that, and then I'll get 2 hats.
Okay, I've got 1 bottle of beard wash left right now. I've got to make some more.
I claim it.
Okay, I'll hold on to it for you. I got to make some more. I wanted to make some last weekend and didn't get a chance to, but I'm working on a new scent. So we have a scent called Homestead in our beard products. And I'm going to try making a Homestead beard wash, because Homestead is an awesome kind of peppermint. It's peppermint, vanilla, and rosemary. And the play between the peppermint and the rosemary is just freaking awesome.
There you go. You got Kevin wanting a hat too.
Kevin, awesome, man. Yeah, guys, just hit me up and what's my Cash App and how much? So the hats are I think I was selling the hats for like $21.95 or something, but we'll just go straight $20 on the hats, and whoever orders will get some free cigars tossed in the mix as well.
I think I don't know. His Cash App is Big Daddy Vic.
Big Daddy Vic.
No,
Big Daddy.
I don't even know what it is. Let me look real quick. Get my,
I'm kidding, guys. Don't go looking for it. Send it to the wrong guy.
So my Cash App is VVE1505. So it's my full name is Virgil Victor Evans. So it's VVE1505.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely I'll get at you, because I definitely 100% I got to get that stuff. And
that's cool, man.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, I already got you some cigars. I guess I can get you a hat too. I'm just trying to outdo Mr.
Oh yeah,
Mr. JJ here. You know, even though that's close to impossible.
Bleacher's like, that's my Cash App. Yeah.
What's that?
Bleacher saying that's his Cash App. The Big Daddy.
Preacher's asking if he can Yeah, preacher. So anyone that orders will get ample stickers as well. You'll get the High Desert Man stickers, the hog, and some of the old school stickers that that we don't sell anymore. But I've still got quite a few of the old school stickers and that. So yeah, you'll get stickers. You'll get the whole bit. I'll hook you guys up.
Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I guess I need that stuff. I'm telling you, like my wife told me she was lying about my hair growing on top, and I kind of figured that, because she's an a-hole.
Come on, man, you're killing me.
But I still got faith, man. I'm not kidding. I took a shower before. I was like, come on, grow.
Yeah, so I mean that was the big thing with my product was I did a lot of research and I did a lot of testing between my products and some other products. And
thanks, Ron.
And the hey, take it easy, Ron. Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, I love you, brother. See,
then,
mine's working, bro.
I'll do it again. We gotta hit it slow mo.
So I went heavy in all my products. I went heavy in jojoba oil, which kind of shot me in the foot because jojoba oil is the most expensive carrier product that beard companies use and stuff. And most companies will just put a little bit in because it's so expensive. I use 50% my products.
Wow.
And so it cost me but it's not just because it's more expensive, so I'm going to use more or whatever. It's the research I put behind it. The benefits of jojoba, and I was like, well, shoot, man, if people really want good product for their hair, this you got to have a lot of this. So, but yeah, that stuff's over $200 a gallon.
Ooh, damn! That's why it's so good, huh?
For the stuff I buy, anyways. Yeah, Andre says, at least you guys got hair.
I got some hair. Not much. Not much.
Kevin, yes. VVE 1505. That's me on Cash App.
Later, Ron. Yeah, I'll send you a message because there's no way I'm gonna remember your Cash App.
John just sent me a text message saying thank you to all of us. He really appreciated the time and the chat and stuff, and wants to do it again soon. So that was
absolutely.
He gave me his cell number the other day. I told him I said I'll send you the link. I said I can text it to you, but I don't have your number. But I said you don't have to send me your number. I'm cool if you don't want to send me your number or anything. And he said, well, email it to me, but here's my number anyways. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Call me anytime.
I would just put his number, just that emoji. That's all I do.
Is there hunting in Arizona?
Oh my gosh, is there hunting in Arizona? I live in one of the perhaps the best region in the entire Southwest for elk hunting. We've got, in fact, I had a whole herd of elk come through my property 2 days ago.
So what you're saying is that I need to go stop by your house, hang out for about a week.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, we've got a lot of elk, a lot of mule deer, a decent amount of whitetail, javelina, mountain lion, black bear. What else? Oh, we even have antelope a little bit across the state. There's we've got a lot of antelope.
Dang! What about chihuahuas?
I'll tell you, if I see any on my property, I will shoot them.
All right, Lee Mac, you have a good one, brother. Thanks for stopping by, man. We love you.
Take care, Lee.
Have a great one.
I can't wait to see him again in October. They moved the Cigar Fest show to October, so I'll be hooking up with Lee Mac again.
They canceled Barn Smoker, man, and we're real
I know. I read that yesterday. That sucks.
I wanted to cry.
I got the email, and he right away calls me. I'm like, dude, I know. You ain't even gotta tell me. I'm reading it right now.
Yeah. Well, I hope they don't end up. Well, I don't think they'll cancel the Cigar Fest because things are opening back up now and stuff. But it's still hit or miss.
Yeah,
because what you call it, the barn smoke we're going to is in October.
in October.
That's a long time away, So I figured they were just gonna, cancel some. But when they said all of them, I was like, huh?
So you guys will get a refund on the tickets. You guys got okay. So what will you guys put that aside to go for next year or what?
Well, what we decided to do is, whatever we get our money back, we're still gonna save up some money for that, and we're gonna go and hit up all the shops here around town in Houston and around outside of Houston.
Okay.
Just explore different shops.
And just explore all the shops around the area and probably record it and, kind of just have a good time with it, Just not really talk about the shops, just kind of record a little bit of us in there, going in there, hanging out.
But for sure, I definitely want to go back next year. 100%.
Yeah, we'll sign up for next year again.
Yeah, Andre, the answer to your question is yes, pronghorn. Yeah, we've got all kinds of crazy hunting here. All set, Vic. Thank you. I will message you my address. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome, man. Thank you, guys. That really means a lot to me. And I will hook you up. Don't worry.
I better not buy all the hats.
I'll make more, man. I'm working. So I did the emblem on there. I did that myself. And and then on the back it says highdesertman.com, which highdesertman.com will come back at some point in time, but I don't know how or what. I'm already starting to work on the next version of the smoke chest. I might have some logistic issues with that, but the next version of the smoke chest is going to be
the real deal.
Cool. Yeah, it's going to be cool.
So if you guys don't have the original one, you got to get that before they don't come out.
Yeah. So what's crazy about the original one? So I went on a tear here about a month ago, putting boxes together, staining all the inserts and everything, and I ran out of boxes, but I have a whole bunch of inserts left, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, I ordered everything, Steven. So I reached out to my insert guy and I said, hey, what happened here? Well, it turned out that a bunch of the pieces, he didn't actually finish cutting them. So I've got a bunch of inserts that aren't finished being cut, but I still have, I don't know, I probably have, I think I have about 40 smoke chests left.
I still got to get me one. I keep telling you that I want that one done with all the stickers. I just got to get around and everything. I'm too lazy.
It's dude. You tell me what you send me some stickers and I'll put it together for you, and I'll throw some.
I got to get the stickers.
I'll throw some Caldwell theme in there for you as well.
Oh man, it's got to be Caldwell, and it's got to be, because I like Caldwell and Crowned Heads, so it's got to be a little bit of both.
No can do. I get all the Crowned Head stuff.
No.
You have to send them your own labels.
Right? No, but yeah, I definitely, there's a lot of stuff I got to get around to, and I just
love FSG. I still haven't tried FSG. We haven't got any FSG. We're planning on getting some soon and doing it.
Speaking of the FSG, guys, so I did an unboxing video last week that it'll probably come out next week. I did an unboxing video of an order I did through Corona Cigar and also my May Privada package. And I ordered 2 of the 20th anniversary Nicaraguan Corona Nicaraguan 20th anniversary. It's got FSG in the filler, and oh my gosh, that is a good stick, man. And it's decent price stick too. So that's the regular FSG is a fantastic stick. I love it, but that 20th anniversary Nicaragua is really good too.
Yeah, we still have yet to have it. We could have had it if we would have fucking born smoke. But no.
Yeah, for real.
God.
Yeah, we're gonna get it, man. I actually have somebody said he was gonna send me some, but I haven't heard anything from it yet. So,
all right. So
hopefully-
let me tell people a little bit about what's coming up. So we've got on the next show, we're going to have, I don't know the guy's name. I don't remember. It's Jeffrey something from Crazy Monkey Cigars. I've already got the thumbnail done, guys. I'll send it to you here in the next few days or something. So we're going to have Crazy Monkey. That's going to be awesome. We should have, he said that he got another shipment of cigars in on Tuesday, and he was going to send some to us right away from that. So we should have those by the time he's on. And then the next one after that, and I'm going to send you guys each one of these. We're going to have Steve Zengel from Los Caitos Cigars. I love this company. I love this cigar, and I love their story. Their story is freaking awesome. And it's for a good cause. These guys support police and fire department, and they just have a really, really cool backstory.
Cool.
So yeah, we got some cool shows coming up for sure.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard of Crazy Monkey, I mean that cigar, it's only one cigar, but man, that cigar is good. And he gets one shipment in, and it's gone.
That.
A lot of times it's gone before even it arrives. So whenever he posts that he's got a shipment coming, you got to jump on it.
Yeah, because literally, because I was writing him not so long ago, and he was saying that literally he just got a shipment in. He didn't have enough to even have for himself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
yeah,
god.
because he was supposed to send us some too, because we're the only ones that have done a review on that cigar, and he's it's gone really well. So
Yeah,
he's not made here. It's made in Switzerland. Yeah, it's a Switzerland cigar from two brothers.
He told me that I would be the second American or U.S. Reviewer to review that cigar. So I'm stoked. I can't wait to talk to those guys and to I mean, after seeing your guys' review, I've been wanting to get that stick, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
and it's crazy because we didn't expect that stick to be that good. We're just like, it's just another stick.
Yeah, because we literally found it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because of Mike.
Yeah, Mike
Ortiz.
Big Mike Ortiz. He's like, hey man, check out.
Just randomly, you know how people tag you all the time in Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. Check this out.
Yeah, Mike sent us a little thing like, hey, check it out. He might send you some free, and I did. I went over there and I followed the guys, and I commented on one of the pictures, and he was like, hey man, aren't you guys from Smoking Lead? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna send you, and you're with Robert too. And I was like, yeah, it's me. He's like, all right, I'm gonna send you and Robert some cigars. And I was like, hey, what if you do, man? We'll do a review on it. And he was like, cool.
Yes, we are.
We're in Texas, in outside of Houston, not too far from Houston.
Yeah, I always just tell people Houston because
we always say Houston.
So do you guys remember what wrapper is on that cigar?
Oh man, I don't.
I honestly don't remember. And I don't think the cigar has a lot of information on it, to be honest.
That's right, because all the information we got, because there was no information on the website.
No, there's no information on the website.
Instagram, nothing. There's no information. All the information we got was through him.
Okay.
It wasn't really too much.
Yeah.
Well,
all I know is that it's made by two friends in Switzerland. The cigar was only supposed to be made
just for them.
For them too. And then it got a little popular in Switzerland where there was a shop there that started selling them. So they were just making it for the shop in the small town there where they live at. And he ended up finding out about it. And he became the broker for them and for here in the U.S. And it's been getting real popular, very popular. Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited about that, and I think you guys are going to dig the Los Caitos as well. It's a Nicaraguan Puro done by Aganorsa Leaf, and it is freaking awesome. It is such a good stick.
I'm excited for that.
Isn't it a monkey?
Isn't it a monkey?
I don't know what he means by that,
What do you
but
mean,
yes,
The crazy monkey?
Yeah, the
crazy monkey. So
It's
I
just
like
called
their,
Crazy Monkey.
I like their, I like how simple their band is, man. It's and their band against that cigar just it looks really
it just
cool.
pops.
Yeah. It's a real nice oily wrapper on there, man. It's nice and dark. It's real pretty, man. It's a Swiss Habana broadleaf. I think that's what it might. I think that's what it is. To be honest with you, I'm not.
I don't even want to lie. I can't
Yes.
remember at all.
I don't remember. You would have to go back to our review to see.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out for sure when we have him on the show. That's good. I'm stoked. I can't wait to get the cigars, man. And I'm going to smoke one before the show if we get them in time, because I want to kind of have an idea about it and be able to. But hopefully we get them in time to let them rest a little bit in the humidor.
Yeah. So is the cigar lounges in your area open already?
You know, to tell you the truth, I don't know. I know Brad is. Some of them are. I think Fox is, because Fox has been posting pictures on their Instagram of guys in the humidor and stuff. So, I think they've opened back up. But yeah, like I said, man, today was the third time in 5 months I've left my property.
Wow.
And you know, this whole COVID thing has just been weird, because I read the news and I hear about what everyone is experiencing, and I'm like, you know, I really don't have a baseline for what other people are experiencing, because for Pam and I, life has really just been normal.
It's been the same way with us. Well, it's because we both work, so we've been working, you know, during the whole COVID thing, and actually, I think we've even been working extra hours. So everything is kind of normal, unless we go into like a certain store or something, and they make you wear a mask. And to be honest, here in Texas, they don't make you wear a mask,
right?
The only place I've experienced where I had to wear a mask was at the barbershop. They finally opened. My barbershop opened this last Friday.
Okay.
And I went to go get a haircut, and they asked me, "Hey, do you have a mask?" And I was like, "Actually, you know what? I think I do." And I went and had to get a mask out of my car to be able to go in there and get a haircut. But that's the only place. Grocery stores, gas stations, and everything. If you wear one, you wear one because you want to. What happened?
That's crazy. So I was gonna look up the Crazy Monkey, right? So it says here, you know, not available, maker, wrapper, not available, binder, not available, filler, origin, Nicaragua. There's a big Robusto, medium to full, blah, blah. Yo, we got posted on Cigar World.
Oh, we have a lot of
I didn't know that. Yeah. It like literally has everything.
Where was that at? What site was that?
There's a site that I've noticed called Cigar World. Have you heard of it? Okay, so this site has everything cigars, and they also post people's reviews and everything on there. So you'll find yours there too.
Really?
Yeah. All you gotta do is go Google.
Cigar World.
I literally just put Crazy Monkey cigar, and it popped up. Literally, it's got the video, like the link to the video.
Yeah.
All of our information, what we were pairing it with,
everything,
what we rated it, all our information, like his like Instagram, everything.
Cigarworld.de. That's a German site, huh?
Is it? Let me see.
No, that looks like that's the wrong site.
No,
that looks like
Cigar World.
Yeah, it just says Cigar World, and it's
.com.
Yeah, cigarworld.com.
I'm gonna check it out. Cigar World.
And I've seen other people's reviews on there too, like D-Max, mine, yours, I believe, Kevin's.
All the shout outs.
Oh wow, it's a pretty nice site, man.
Yeah, it's a real nice site. And when you search a certain cigar, it'll have their like reviews, and it'll have all the reviews of all the reviews.
That's crazy. I never.
Who's reviewed it?
It's like, for instance, the bottom of it says, "Thank you, see more at Smoking Lid," and boom, it takes you straight to the YouTube.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to sign up for it right now while we're on the thing.
That's pretty neat.
I seen it a few months ago, about 2-3 months ago, and I kept meaning to ask about it, like if you guys knew about it. You know, I was just like, who are these guys? I mean, I don't mind what they're doing. They're obviously,
Yeah, I mean, they're promoting.
They're promoting us, but you know, it's cool.
29. Yeah, well, all of our stuff is public on YouTube, so I think they can use it.
Yeah, they can. Said Bleacher, too bad our governor is a big dummy. Yeah, ours is too. Well, not our governor, the governor's actually, our governor's pretty cool, but our mayor is a dummy, big dummy. So our governor is a Republican, and he opened up Texas completely, like clubs,
Hey,
bars.
take care, preacher. Preacher's heading out.
All right,
Have a
Bleacher,
good night.
Have a good one, brother. So we opened up yesterday, clubs, bars, theaters, everything. And then here comes the governor of Houston or Harris County and says, no, we're not going to do that. Stay at home for another 3 more weeks. And, you know, he's a Democrat. And I guess he likes that whole power thing, power trip.
Right.
But nobody's listening to these guys. Everybody's doing what, hey, man, if you got to go to work, you go to work. If you're going to go to the store or go to the club or go to the bar, do your thing. Just be careful.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I've had mixed feelings with the whole thing, but we definitely got to get the economy going again and stuff.
Yeah.
And that. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
Definitely can't afford another lockdown.
We have to get things opened up again, if for no other reason, to get Capa Especial and Lost Angel out. That's all I care about, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. All the things that are going on, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just, it's all up to what you believe. You know, if you want to believe that, you know, it's best to stay safe and be real careful, cool. You know, but
I live the same day as any other day.
Yeah, we're just living like normal, unless we have to wear a damn mask. But that's
right.
Yeah, I mean, like I tell my wife and you know, and I'm like, hey, look, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. You know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to take care of my bills and take care of my family.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop.
But you guys never did stop working, right?
No. I work every day.
I mean, of course, it slowed down, but
I didn't slow down. I
slowed down a lot.
Really?
Like we got to where finally today it was just crazy busy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was insane.
I went from working 40 hours to 55 hours.
That's crazy. See, that's crazy. We completely dropped our hours. Like Saturday, for instance, we literally worked from 8:30 to 12. That's horrible.
It.
Yeah, that's
wow.
It's dropped.
It does. It just sucks for the people that have lost their jobs, have lost everything just because of what's going on. Little businesses, family-owned businesses. If you work for them, you lose your job, you get laid off, and reopen. It's just.
It's like, I know this barber. He's been a barber for years. And he lives off that paycheck.
Yeah.
And now you can, they're slowly opening up. But
Robert's a gigolo.
You can't really.
Gigolo.
Bleacher. Oh, no, never stop working.
So last year I did some work. I can't mention the customer, but it's a customer in California. And, I'm doing a project that has something to do with people that are instituted because of mental instability and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I have to start traveling again pretty soon. My company still has a no travel policy. That we have to get permission right now to travel, and there's got to be a good reason and stuff. But this customer wants me to come out, and I've got to do this this big test setup for them, and it's my wife and I have been talking about, okay, eventually I'm going to be traveling again, and we're going to get a second wave of this stuff and everything, but I have to travel, man. I'm gonna, and you can't really do much because I'm going to be in airports, I'm going to be in hotels, I'm going to be out in the public a lot, and so you just kind of get to a point where you say, I got to do what I got to do, man.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is wear a mask in places like the airport.
Right.
Your gloves and have your sanitizer for your hands, and always keep your hands clean and stuff like that. When you're at an airport or places where there's a lot of people, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally off subject. Like, this is left field. I just now realized your name.
My name? Oh. CH fan
Don't
number
tell
one.
me you didn't notice that. I just now noticed it.
Where? Oh.
Yeah, man. I gotta promote my boy.
I can't wait.
I've been doing Zoom meetings on Fridays with an old group of guys that I used to work with when I worked for Motorola, and every week I sign in as a different name. Last week I signed in as Rick James, and this week I logged in. So Motorola had a wireless operating system called Wing 5 when I was there. They're on Wing 7 now, but Wing 5 was. I won't geek out on you guys, but it's my favorite wireless operating system I've ever worked with. And so today I signed in as Wing 5 is alive. Goofy stuff,
Yeah, there's times where we'll have to sign up and they call your name out real loud, for your number or whatever. Right. And I'll put on there something Trump or just Trump. So whenever they got to call it out, they got to say it out. My wife's like, you need to stop doing that. I used to do another one. It was Pancho Villa.
Oh my God.
I used to say Pancho Villa.
Pancho Villa. Nice.
Me and my wife always make up names at when we go to burritos, because they always call out your name.
Yeah, they'll call out.
So we'll just make I think one time we did Joker and Harley Quinn. But we pick a pair and we'll just say random ass names.
So what's crazy to me? We had tonight. Okay, when we had Lars Teetons on the show, we almost got up to 60 viewers that night. Tonight we only got up to 20, and we were only at 20 for a minute or two, and then it went down to 19. That blows my mind, man. I cannot believe we only got 20 viewers.
It's all
Crowned Heads.
I mean, it could be numerous things, man. It could be from it's basically okay. I don't know. You're off Monday, right? So I mean, it's a holiday weekend. People could be out doing their thing with their family.
Yeah, that's true. Because the area that I live in, up on the hill north of me, there's a lot of campsites, and when we went into town today, there were RVs everywhere. Everyone was pulling up to the campsites and stuff. So that makes sense that everyone's heading out to do whatever.
Yeah. I got out of work early today.
Today felt like a Monday. Oh man, it was horrible.
I got a 4-day weekend, man. I get Monday off. I got today off, and I'm excited to have a 4-day. Of course, it's not going to be a weekend for me because my wife has 1,000 things she wants me to do. So I gotta put in an AC unit that I got a couple of weeks ago. I got to finish my goat fence. So I finished. I've been rebuilding the front section of my fence to my yard, and to keep my goats out of the yard. And this roll of fencing that I'm using weighs like 200 pounds. And I rolled it around and I fastened it everywhere, but I got to a point where I couldn't fasten it anymore. So I rolled it way down the fence and I leaned it up against the thing. And I said, okay, at least it's safe from the goats now that, you know, she can take the goats out and they won't get in the yard. Those freaking goats knocked that roll of stuff over and worked their way all the way up between two sections of fence, all the way up like 20 feet to get into the yard. And she's like, that's it. They're staying in the pen until you get the fence finished.
That's funny.
Yeah, holiday weekend. I guess I should have thought of that. I would have liked to get more viewers for Jon, but that's cool. That's cool. It was still an awesome show. Really, this show was for me, man. I could not wait for tonight to get here.
Yeah, me too. I was really excited because he's been a good person to us too, you know, on our channel. So there's no way I can pass this up.
Well, guys, I'm gonna call it a night, man. I gotta head in and hang some with my wife some more tonight.
Yeah, I gotta
Get ready for tomorrow.
get ready for tomorrow. I have a big party, my birthday party tomorrow here. It's gonna have a bunch.
Oh
of people.
yeah. What
So-
what you guys are just having some people over at the house?
Yeah, we're gonna have music, a little bit of alcohol and food, and that's about it. And cigars.
What kind of
tons
food?
cigars.
What kind of food?
Well, we're just gonna have. I think we're just gonna have pizza, man. Because at first the theme was gonna be before COVID. I was gonna have a DJ here, and I was gonna have a whole Cuban theme where it's gonna have Cuban food and all that. You know,
cool.
everybody's gonna wear guayaberas, and you know, it's gonna be straight up just.
Oh,
And I was gonna order some Cuban cigars and pass them out to everybody, and you know, just have a good, good time. Well,
Right.
unfortunately, because of what happened, some people are not showing up because they're, they want to stay safe, and some are
Right,
still
right.
coming. But at the same time, I'm like, well, we got to save some money just in case. So we're not getting a DJ. We're just gonna have music,
that's kind of sad.
pizza, and just hang out and party. Just a party.
Right.
I was looking forward
That's
to that.
cool.
Cuban theme.
Yeah, maybe next year. Next year,
So you're
We'll call
38
it.
tomorrow?
38. Yeah,
God, you're old.
38.
yeah.
How old are you, Rob?
19.
28.
28. Wow, man, I feel old. Next Friday I'll be 51 years old, man.
Wow, that's 51 years young.
June 12th. June 12th,
Yeah, like-
I turned 29. So
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, I have. If it weren't for my beard, I mean, people always think that I'm way younger than I am and stuff. So
same.
I've
Yeah, you look
I've
young.
been blessed with youthfulness.
Yeah, I thought you were probably in your early 40s.
Yeah, I remember I went to I was playing poker with a bunch of buddies. This was about 15 years ago.
Thanks, Sean.
And yeah, cool. There were some girls at this party, and some of the guys were trying to impress the girls, and somehow it turned into this thing about how old each person was. And these guys were like 10 years and more younger than me.
Mhm.
And so the girls were going around the table trying to guess everyone's age, and they put me at being younger than all of them. And I was like, score, man, score.
You're like, leave it there. I'm not gonna say my age.
Yep, you're right.
Although it became harder when my beard started turning silver.
You need to call Kevin and find out what kind of beard product he uses.
I started getting gray, dude, and then I wanted to cry.
Oh, let it happen, dude. It's cool, man.
I seen it right here in the mirror. I'm like, oh my god,
no.
It's hard to get at 28 years old. That would kind of freak you out seeing.
Yeah,
gray hairs.
I just started getting mine. I started getting a line all by itself, just right here, right down the middle.
I've always had blonde hair. My arms are real hairy, and I've always had like blonde hair on my arms, but I'm starting to see a lot of gray hair in my arms, and that kind of freaks me out. I'm like, that's the true sign of an old man. I might have to start shaving my arms or something, man.
That's funny.
All right, guys.
All right, man.
It was an awesome, awesome show. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll see you on the YouTube channels and stuff. But in 2 weeks, we're going to have Crazy Monkey, and that is going to be off the chain.
Yep. Yeah, guys, thanks a lot for hanging out with us. Come check us out on our channel, Smoking Lead on YouTube. You can also find us at Facebook and Instagram. And we also have a private group on Facebook called the Smoking Lead Disciples. So you can find us there. It's a private group, and hope to see you guys in there.
Absolutely. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a blessed one.
Good night, guys. God bless.